all of a sudden you kind of see the energy shift in the air, and you see that everyone's paying attention to that person a lot more because of the way they're carrying themselves. Which is why I'm saying, if you dress well, if you really put in effort in how you want to come across to others, others will take you seriously. But be very, very cautious and vigilant about the kind of clothing you've got on that day. And clothing also has a very, very strong psychological effect on you, of course, but also spiritual. There's one thing I would like you to put to the test. If you usually wear a bit more kind of, I don't know, form-fitting clothing, try to wear clothes that are much more modest, much more honourable looking, you know, like a nice long dress or garment that's a bit more kind of on the loose fitting side, and then tell me how you feel when you wear one and the other. And I can guarantee you, because it's something I've tried myself, tried and tested, if you wear a jilbab, which is like a long fitting loose type of clothing, you're bound to feel much more honourable, much more dignified and much more modest. You will really look at your actions and how you're behaving and how it will impact everything about you, you know, from your actions to the way you think and to your perceptions of others. So again, always put in effort in how you look, but only do it for yourself, because this is a way for you to show self-love, self-value and self-worth. You must have this inner self-assurance and self-confidence and self-esteem to believe that I'm wearing this for myself, I'm looking the way I am looking for myself. Let me tell you, a confident woman is a woman to be feared. I also wanted to mention that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beautiful and He loves beauty. This body is an amana, a trust that God has given to us souls to live in, to inhabit, so we must look after it. Looking presentable, looking good is part of self-care. It's part of self-love. So if you are one of those people who put in effort, time and energy in wanting to have an appearance and a certain look, then good for you. It's showing to others that you're someone who's reliable, someone who's disciplined, someone who has a great eye for detail, and someone who's serious about themselves. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong in dressing casually. Sometimes you're just not feeling like it and you just want to dress completely minimal. That's great, but clothes really help you carry yourself in a different way. And even if you're wearing casual clothes, you can spice it up with, you know, like a bold colour here and there, some accessories that you really like to wear, or these really cool pair of shoes, or really cool handbag. So, you know, learn to mix and match and learn to find your own style and your own flair and your own flavour of fashion and individual style, because that will really, really help you act as a magnet to people who are just like you, because like I've said, it really portrays a kind of energy. So you're going to be a magnet that's going to attract people. It will also help you be taken seriously by others. And I've noticed this in so many settings, right? So for example, a meeting was scheduled, you go in and you're dressed a certain way. Perhaps that day you didn't put in much thought or energy into what you were wearing, and then you see someone else who's dressed really well, very neat, very presentable looking, and they're looking regal, like they're looking poised, and they're looking like someone you don't mess with. All of a sudden you kind of see the energy shift in the air, and you see that everyone's paying attention to that person a lot more because of the way they're carrying themselves. Which is why I'm saying, if you dress well, if you really put in effort in how you want to come across to others, others will take you seriously. And again, I'm not saying you do this for others, but when you are confident in how you look, people will take you seriously too. Because the way you visualize yourself, the way you see yourself, is how others will see you too. So if you're feeling good about yourself, everyone else in the room is going to feel it. Guys, if you've got any topics that you would like me to cover and talk about, please feel free to share them in the comments below and try out that test as a challenge that I'm setting for you guys. Click the notification button, subscribe, share and like. Until next time, أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May God's peace, blessings and mercy be upon you all.